What's up, y'all? It's your boy Niner Faithful. I know everyone is having a legendary day. We got breaking news. Diamador Lenore Demo, the hyena, just re-signed 5 years, $92 million. We're going to go ahead and break that down for you, as well as break down this Niners dub. All right, ladies and gentlemen, faithful of all ages, we're going to go ahead and go through our ad read, and then we're going to go ahead and get this show cracking. Today's episode is sponsored by Power Brand Systems. Need help getting new customers for your business? Let Power Brand Systems help you grow with their powerful tools. Visit powerbrandsystems.com/Niner Faithful Radio for more info. If you like our content and would like to support the show, consider leaving us a tip in our tip jar at ninerfaithfulradio.us/tip jar. Join our exclusive membership community where you get exclusive NFR content not available anywhere else. Join our exclusive chat, 20% off of all non-sale For the Faithful by the Faithful gear, and much more. Visit portal.ninerfaithfulradio.us/login to join.
For the Faithful by the Faithful Season 4 apparel is finally here. To see this year's designs and also save 20% off of Season 1 through 3 designs, go to ninerfaithfulradio.com/shop.
Tune in for Madden Stream Wednesday as we stream this week's game on Madden 25. Follow us on social media at Niner Faithful Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Tumblr, and TikTok, and at Niner Faithful R on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, faithful of all ages, let's get the show cracking.
Rice has just set a Super Bowl record with 12 catches. He's in motion. Montana, touchdown, John Taylor.
Niner Faithful Radio, the show hosted for the faithful, by the faithful, brought to you by Power Brand Systems.
What's cracking like it, Jason?
I think it's a legendary day for the Lenore family.
Oh, fucking major legendary. Hold on. I literally, that's why I was, y'all don't know this, but I was a tad bit late. Hold on.
I couldn't hear that one.
I'm going to turn it up.
I just know the hyena can't be fucked with.
Yeah, we just know the hyena can't be fucked with. I got to re-download it and turn the volume up on it. I literally just downloaded it. It clicked upload right before the 5 minute.
You know what? And a hyena is like, you don't think about them when you think about like King of the Jungle, blah, blah, blah. But just like Demo, they're dirty. They're nasty. The way because remember how Demo started the first time he was out there on the field? What did we see? Practically punching motherfuckers out there. I remember who he was going against. But I was like, damn, dude. What do we say? If we can teach this guy to just bring it down just a little bit, he'd be amazing. How many years later? He's amazing.
20. I remember going into the 21 playoffs. Or, sorry, the 22 playoffs. I remember going into the 22 playoffs. And was it the 22 or the 20? Yeah, it was the 22. And I said, Jason, if the Niners don't win the Super Bowl, what will be the number one reason? And you and I both said Diamador.
Oh, Demo.
We both said
young.
Demo.
Yep, he was still young. He was showing signs of getting to be able to take that next step, but he was still making enough mistakes where it's like, okay, we still need another year or so to work on things. And to his credit, he's worked on them.
We were wrong. Because
completely wrong.
Was one of the reasons we might have won the Super Bowl that year.
I'm glad I was so wrong on that one.
I was I've probably the two biggest like I was wrongs in maybe football history. Were me thinking we shouldn't have drafted Frank Gore or Patrick Willis. Um, yeah, yeah, I was. Look, to my credit, having watched majority of Frank's career, him being at Miami and everything. What's up, Carcass? How you doing, bro? John Jay, good to see you, bro.
What's up, John Jay? Thank you for joining, brother.
Um, yeah. Um, it can't be Frank Gore's knees. Like, I mean, let's be real. He tore both the ACLs in college, so there wasn't
Yeah,
like,
Frank Gore should have never been half as good as he was in NFL.
yeah. So Frank Gore was a little, at least like people, take yourself back to the draft of 2005. People can at least understand that. And hell, you know what? Every team passed on him twice. You know what I'm saying? So obviously there was something there. And then obviously Patrick Willis is because we had Dikio Spikes, and I just thought there were other needs on the team. And it literally took one preseason game where I was like, who the fuck is this number 52? Oh no, I'm sorry. My first ever training camp practice. I just remember hearing this dump, dump, dump. And I was like, who the fuck is number 52? And I remember, looking him up and be like, oh, that's our first. And then he goes out, his first preseason game has like 22 tackles. And I was like, yeah, I was wrong about Mr. Patrick Willis. Anyway, so happy. Jason, I have said many times this year on the show, if you're not number 54, if you're not number 97, you're not safe on this defense. You and I both added number 2 to that. And it's good to see that the Niners agree with us.
Did you know that we knew how to sign people early? Like, I didn't know that was a thing. Like, think about if we had done this with every fucking signing. Now, yes, there's the issue with BA was saying no because he was betting on himself. Even Demo. That's one thing I don't understand about this. With what this contract is, he could have got more in free agency. Let's be honest.
Oh, he could have. That's why I was so shocked that we re-signed him, because I'm like, it's just going to get more and more expensive.
Excuse me.
Now, obviously, the injury rate in football is 100%. So I'll never forget when Dre Greenlaw was due for his contract. I want to say he had like a hamstring issue or something like that, or something happened. And the Niners signed him for, let's be real, less than he could have gotten free agency. But that was Dre Greenlaw saying, yeah, I know, I'm going to take this hamstring, injury as a Demo live.
What you talking about, Steve? What you talking about there? What you talking about, Willis?
I know, right? Curious to see. Anyway,
so it's a 5-year, $92 million. So it's going to be what, 18-ish a year.
I was watching Lombardi and Guy Haberman. They were doing it live right now. I was listening to that as I was getting ready for the show. I think they said about 18 million.
Yeah, it's about 18 for a 5-year, 92. That's that number. What's that guaranteed number? Because that's always going to be the big, the one that puts it over the top. How much we're actually going to get there.
Divided by 5, 18.4 mil. So, yeah.
Congrats to you and your family, Demo. That's all.
Demo's house.
No shit. Like I said, I am happy to see every NFL player in general who has busted their ass gets to be up there. Everybody, including, like I said, I said the exact same thing with BA got signed. Congratulations. I got much respect for these guys who have sacrificed a lot, busted their ass, and now you're getting paid for it. Good for you.
I mean, let's be real. Like,
family.
You're of like think about it. To be an NFL player is probably 0.00001% of the population to be an NFL player. I'm talking about I played one snap in the NFL.
Yeah.
Right? You're probably talking about 0.00001% of the population. Then to be like considered a player, like, you stick around 3-4, what the average career, I believe, is 3.3 games.
Yeah.
Right.
I saw one thing that was like for every 100 college players, one goes on to have a substantial, or excuse me, every high school player, it's like 1 out of every 100 goes on to have a substantial college career. and then like one out of every like 5,000 of those college players has some sort of an NFL career.
So not only did he have an NFL career, but you stuck around for a second contract. And not only did you stick around for a second contract, you got paid. You feel me? Like you got some generational wealth, brother. You know, like your great grandkids are going to be able to live off of this money.
I wouldn't say he necessarily lied about signing. I think that was just his plan. He was like, "Look, I'm not going to get signed. I'm not going to sign because I'm going to focus, this season, as far as playing. I'm going to play my best because I'm betting on myself."
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if Shanahan and Lynch just tied his ass down to a chair and said, "You're not leaving until you sign a contract."
Basically.
Like I said, I don't think it was necessarily that he lied, but I just think that maybe hey, we'll just fucking.
They slid a $92 million check in front of him, nigga. Like, raise your hand if you're turning down a $92 million check. No, nobody here. No,
I've done less for Klondike bars.
I mean, look. Yes, Demo could have got more in free agency, or at the very least, made the Niners bid against other teams, right? Like at the very least, even if the Niners told him,
20.
even if the Niners told him, Demo, you are not walking out of this building. You grew up a Niner fan. Your brother who died was a diehard Niner fan. You feel me? There's only there's only one need to put on one football jersey your whole life, brother. You know?
God, that'd be great. Just imagine doing that.
It would be wonderful. Him and Mustafa, grew up Niner fans. So yes, Demo could have waited to sign and at least bid the Lions or the Yams, or let's be real, probably any team in the NFL. I mean, what? I can't think off the top of my head. You're better at this, Jason. But I mean, what? Demo's top 5 corner, and off the top of my head, I can't think of 4 corners better than Demo off the top of my head.
I'm looking to see what it is right now, to be honest with you. I'm trying to see. Let's see. Roster.
And I'm not talking about what they are. Go ahead.
He is, well, this is according to PFF, so again, everybody take those with a grain of salt. He's 41st out of 109, so that's obviously not right.
Yeah, no, they're smoking rocks.
His coverage grade is 72.1, which is fucking insane. But he hits an A+ right now in PFF.
So the point that we're trying to make is that I'm with you, Jason. I didn't know it was possible to sign people on November 11th. Sometimes it feels like it's not possible to sign people before August fucking 11th. You know?
Oh, shit.
You and I have both came on record removing the personal tragedy that he suffered, and look, we're all rooting for Charvarius Ward this year, right? I mean,
yeah,
we're all pulling for him, not only because he's a Niner, but because of the tragedy he went through this year. But I said pretty early, and I don't think it took you long, if at all, for you to follow with me. Demo was the one I'm keeping.
Yeah, for sure.
Demo was definitely the one that you were keeping. And so when you say that at every level we have a damn dude, obviously D-line, Nick Bosa, which, I have some opinions about that. I know not everybody shares them, but whatever. Then the linebacking level, obviously you have, Bam Bam, the best player on the defense. Shit, some would say the best player on our team. And then now in the secondary, you have a damn dude with Demo who can play inside and outside. You gotta. I'm pretty sure the Niners paid a little bit of a premium for that.
Yeah.
And then you tell me you got 2 young safeties, promising young safeties. What's up, Tommy? Good to see you, baby.
What's up, Ferry? How's it, brother?
You got 2 promising safeties in Jair and Malik Mustafa. Future's looking bright in the Bay.
You know, here's nothing to look at. So we've spent how many picks defensively on the front end? Other than Nick Bosa, how good has that worked out?
Yeah.
I think Eric Armstead was great, and obviously Defoe. But think of all the other picks we spent on the front end of this defense. Hasn't worked out. The strength of this defense the last few years has been what? Has been the back end.
Yeah.
So we've got Traverse Ward, who, granted, this has been a down year for him in general, but I'm almost willing to chalk that up to there was something going on with his daughter that wasn't said publicly. And so he was dealing with that. And I think whether that's any of our business that ever comes up, we'll never find out probably. But again, I'm willing to chalk that up to there was something going on with his daughter in the background. So his brain was elsewhere, which it should be. We get that. Then we have Demo. And then we went out and drafted a few guys. Renardo Green right now is like the 5th ranked quarterback, according to the PFF. Again, this is just PFF, but Renardo Green is playing amazing right now. And then we still have Darrell Luter.
Him in a second.
Yeah, we still have Darrell Luter waiting in the wings.
Mm-hmm.
You know, whether he sees action, blah, blah, blah. They're still very high on him. The back end of this defense for next season is looking pretty good. And honestly, with or without Ward, depending on how that situation goes, it's going to get really young if he goes. And still, so I mean, we get one more really good corner, either through free agency, like a vet or something like that, or another young one in the draft that comes on really quickly. Back end of this defense starting to look really good, really fast.
I mean, Jason, you've been saying it. You've been saying it. And I said it after the Super Bowl, is that, barring before this year, it was clear the Niners defensive line, that's how we were going to win defensively. And time again, we saw it. We saw it in both Super Bowls. Although, we all know the situation in Philadelphia, but let's not act like it was a 13-7 ball game, bro. They blew us out. You feel me?
Yeah.
And so, the secondary was an issue in that game. Removing the fact that we didn't have a chance because our quarterbacks, basically we didn't have a healthy quarterback on the roster, by what? Halftime, of that game and everything like that. But
why you gotta keep bringing it up, man?
And we've seen it time and time again against elite quarterbacks.
How's it, John Jay? What's up, my brother?
You can neutralize this D line. And I said, in order to be a championship team, I can't have my number one weapon on defense or, my best area of my defense neutralized. I can't. And regardless of, look, I'll say Nick Bosa was basically held every play the last 2 Super Bowls to the day I fucking die. But they're just not. It's simple now. They're just not going to call it. We've seen it Sunday when we played the Chiefs. We've seen it both times we played them in the Super Bowl. They're just simply Nick Bosa is going to get held, and there's nothing we can do about it because they're not going to fucking call it.
And the refs are going to go like this.
Yep. And so, yeah. With that being said, it's smart to invest in the secondary. It's smart to invest in the linebacker level. If non-calls, what's up, Miss Teresa? How you doing?
Miss Teresa, how's it? Thank you for joining.
So, smart move by the Niners. I'm not going to say that, but yeah, I have absolutely no problem with this. And anybody who has a problem with it, you're smoking rocks, bro. This needed to happen. It was only going to cost us more money. You feel me?
Yep.
So I think the Niners saved a couple mil for some, some future endeavors, some re-signings. Maybe this helps keep Debo. So yeah, congratulations, Demo. So fired up for him, bro. Look, nobody from South Central Los Angeles gets to the NFL without overcoming extreme odds. Both the fact of how very little people make it to the NFL, and let's be real, South Central is probably one of the most dangerous areas of LA. And LA is probably one of the most dangerous cities in America. So, I mean,
It was
Demo's brother.
one of them, yeah.
Yeah, one of them. Demo's brother shot and killed.
Yep,
Easily
true.
could have been him. Easily could have been him. And so to make it out, quote unquote, mama, we made it out the hood, and everything like that. I'm
We made
always
it out
happy to see
far
them
from
make
the
it out
hood.
Yeah, they made it. They're going to be living in a different part of LA. Fuck, they're probably not going to even live in LA. They're going to live like Brentwood or something.
Yeah, it's you're living. This is we're moving to a new area code, money.
Yeah, we're moving to a new zip code. That 905 90210. You know what I'm saying? All right, getting into this game. I don't want to bury the lead. I know everybody's talking about and everything like that. I think I know where you're going to go with this, Jason. But how did you feel about Demo or not Demo, Debo, and the Taver Pepper situation?
Hashtag Team Debo.
Yeah, hashtag Team Debo.
I'll say this: what have I been saying for the last month and a half? This team has no marbles.
Yep.
This team has had no passion, no fire, no nothing. If you guys get the term, they've been nothing but a pillow princess for the last month. For those of y'all, look it up. You'll get what that means. This team has been nothing but a pillow princess for a month. They've done nothing. They've shown nothing. So you kind of have to break it down because, one, that's your captain telling somebody to get their shit. So, one, that's his job as a captain. Mm-hmm. Now, I know there's a lot of people talking shit about how Debo's having a rough year and down on stats. I don't give a shit. Your job as a captain, you still lead. Mm-hmm. Debo led. And here's where it gets a little tricky. One, all Debo said, if you listen to everything, is he said lock in.
Lock in.
If you are that mentally weak and soft that offends you and you got to get that pissed off, that's a whole different conversation. But I will say this on my second point. Pepper sticking up for his boy. Let's be honest, special teams is always considered the stepchild on a team.
Yeah.
So him sticking up for his teammate, I also have respect for. But I've had this conversation with McNiner, Melissa, tons of other people. Terradome has even agreed with me. When it comes down to it, that was a man doing man things. And you know what? Sometimes being a leader isn't fucking pretty. It's not always holding a hand and giving you fucking cupcakes. Sometimes you gotta be an asshole in order, because guess what? He made that next motherfucking kick. Barely.
Yep.
Now, did you see what Kyle said at the post-game speech?
He shouted him out.
Well, no, but did you listen to what Kyle said? Kyle said, you came back and you kicked it right down the middle. And you see Trent go.
Kyle, yeah, that wasn't right down the fucking middle. He barely made
funny
that.
Because they had Trent's face on there, and Trent was like, really, motherfucker?
Yeah. So, I didn't see Trent's face.
Yeah, watch it again and look at Trent's face. And it's like, this motherfucker. But anyways, yeah, 100% agree with Debo. Leadership is not always about, like I said, rainbows and fucking unicorns. Sometimes the shit gets ugly.
Look, okay, I will say this. This is my opinion.
That's Jason, a little bit different.
I 1,000% agree with you. That's Debo being a fucking captain. You know, and it was instantly, you saw me, bro, as soon as you said, what I have been saying the last month, I started going, because that's exactly where I was going. Show me you fucking care. Show me this means something to you and everything like that. Clearly, it means something to Debo. Clearly. Now, I think two things can be correct, or really three things can be correct. Yes, that's Debo being a captain, being a leader of this team. And look, besides CMC and Trent Williams, I mean, let's be real. Debo, I don't want to say Debo needs to step up, but Debo's going to be a huge factor in how far this offense can take us, right?
No, I think you can say Debo needs to step up. I think you can say that. play on the field and leadership are two separate.
Yeah.
Two separate.
What I'm saying is, yes, we need a bigger season from Debo, but the Niners can't win this Super Bowl without Debo being Debo, right?
Yeah.
Like we could all, especially without BA. I
Yeah.
think we could all agree to that. So yeah, I'm totally fucking Team Debo. I'm totally Team Debo. And what trips me out is I learned this a long time ago. Never get mad at something more than the person it's directed to. Tabor Pepper seemed more booty tickled about it than Jake Moody did. So that's what I thought was kind of weird. Like, now should see, I don't feel that Tabor Pepper really needs to if what we heard is correct and all Debo was like, hey, lock in, and that's all he was saying. Yeah, no, I'm not gonna say Tabor's wrong,
but it was a bit much.
But yeah, you overreacted, bruh, because that's a captain. You see the C on his chest, right? He's one of our big dogs. We say this team does nothing by accident, Jason. It's very clear that there is a reason why the two players that lead us out of the fucking tunnel every single game, as long as they're healthy, are Trent Williams and Debo, right? That's not done by accident, bruh. That's done very, very purposely. So I'm 1,000% behind Team Debo. Sure, Tabor, step up for your boy, and hey, I understand we got us. Well, no, you don't, nigga. Because you just missed the third fucking field goal. Do you really got us? Do you? Do you really got us? Now, I will say this. Debo drops a ball. Debo fumbles. You're asking for that smoke back at you. You feel me?
Oh, yeah.
When,
and
when
that's
you
why
put yourself out there, you gotta make sure that, like the Bible says, not to get all religious on y'all, but it says, don't worry about the speck in your friend's eye when you have a log protruding out of yours. Right? So just make sure, Debo, that you could dish it, you could take it. You feel me? So I'm 1,000% Team Debo because let's be real. Tell me if I'm tripping, Jason. You're more level-headed than I am and everything. We didn't deserve to win that game.
Not in the fucking least.
I
want, before we move on,
mm-hmm.
I want to get with Steve-O. He says, and it says after the game, he agreed that he's out of control. That he said that was out of character. Good, because right now, if he is as good as a leader, if he's truly a leader, and everything like that, you know what? Afterwards, because again, this is a heat of the moment type thing. Mm-hmm. TJ, fucking lock in. You can't get these shows started on time. Fucking lock in.
Yeah.
But you know what I would do? You know what I do after air? Hey man, my bad.
Yeah.
You know what? From everything accountable, that has been done. Mm-hmm. That has been done by Debo. He's like, look, my bad. We got a little emotional. We're good.
Yeah. Was smushing his face in too much and everything? Yeah, but guess what, nigga? This isn't cupcake, bro. What's up, Miss Veronica?
Yeah,
how you doing?
Miss Veronica, how's it going?
Miss Veronica meeting Brock Purdy today. I was so mad, bro.
Ooh, nice.
He had a meet and greet signing, or I actually wasn't a signing. You weren't allowed to get autographs. You just were allowed to get pictures. And your boy had to miss it because my black ass needs to look for a job that's going to work me more than 1 day a week. So
I'm tired from staring at Purdy.
she got there at like 5 a.m., bro.
I believe. You know what? With her, like, I believe it.
I was about to say, I was like,
there it is.
Yeah, because when she messaged me today, she was like, I've been here since 5 a.m. I said, holy fuck. And she was like, it was like 9, 10 o'clock in the morning, maybe even like 8:30. And she was like, there's already 100 people here. And I was like, because I was going to go and then just message you like, hey, bro, if I'm late, my bad, but got to go meet our quarterback. You feel me?
Yeah, again, go do it.
But, and see if I could pass Brock a business card and, so yeah, anyway, your boy had to go look for a job, but yeah, I'm 1,000% with you. Yeah, okay, hey, cool, brothers fight, yeah, Jason, yep, exactly. You've had to get on my ass about shit before. I've had to get on your ass about shit before and everything, but at the end of the day, bro, it's because we care. It's because we're trying to turn this into something successful. you know,
Yeah.
and it's all love. So yeah, I'm 1,000% Team Debo. Real quick,
Look at my
I want to
new
go ahead
profile.
and get this done and out of the way before we forget. We'll go ahead and run this ad break, and then we're going to bring you the Kittle Corn and Bam Bam MVPs of the week. This segment is brought to you by shop49ers.com, the official online store of the 49ers. Use our affiliate link in the description to get the latest official Niner gear. Save 10% as well. Also, real quick, we signed Patrick Taylor back to the practice squad and released who was it that we released?
I love the crochet bear, by the way.
What happened?
She said, look at our new profile picture. So I looked, and so
Yeah.
holding a crocheted bear.
Yeah, Miss Veronica has makes these, or her friend makes these crocheted bears. Like she's giving one to Debo, she's giving one to Fred Warner.
Bro,
She
really?
at training camp she had one for Ricky Pearsall. So she gives them. So like there's a pic. So all her profile pictures are always with players holding these bears that she gives them and stuff.
My wife does crocheting, like everything in my house is crocheted. I wonder if I can, get her with that other person that can do some sort of collaboration thing.
Yeah, get at us, Miss Veronica, or message me on Insta. Let me know the person's name. I'll forward it to Jason, and yeah, if we can get a connection, yeah.
Where you going with this, Steve-O? Vaughn what?
Yeah, no, that's who it was. It was Keyshawn Vaughn.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
It's a running back we released. And then we signed basically a special teamer, Nick McLeod. But
part of that is because Chase Lucas, also from our special teams, is also hurt right now.
Okay.
And he also needed to, we needed someone to replace him as well. What is up, Angel, aka 49 Media? What's up, my brother? Oh, I hit the wrong one.
What's up, media?
Yes.
Jacob Cowie. Yeah.
Hey, big ups to Ronnie Bell for actually catching something. Granted, it was a punt, but
hey, fuck it, Ronnie. Do your thing.
He caught something on fucking
baby.
Sunday.
Do your thing on special teams, baby. Yeah. So without further ado, I was going crazy when this man caught his touchdown.
Oh, dude, I was
Kittle
I'm surprised this seat lasted.
Kittle Corn, MVP of the week. Ricky Pearsall, 4 receptions, 43 yards, and a tug. Two absolutely huge catches on that final drive.
Yep.
Matter of fact, I want to say it was only 3 catches. Let's see. My bad. Hold on, right here. Yeah, so you have.
Angelo, but go ahead and type out your thoughts real quick.
Yeah, we talked about Demo. Put out, like Jason said, put out your thoughts, bro. So you have a pass to JJ, Ricky Pearsall. We use our final third timeout. Then Brock's final play so he had half the receptions on that final drive. And sure, Jawan had a huge game and everything like that. But after what this man went through and the fact that he's even alive, let alone playing NFL football, man deserves Kittle Corn MVP of the week. I'm sorry, y'all.
I was kind of hoping you were going to use that picture I sent you from the pylon cam.
I was going to do it, but it didn't work out. It didn't look the greatest.
That's what I like. And I know we've seen that.
That is our thumbnail
angle. Yeah, I know we've seen that angle before, but again, when you add it into everything that's happened with Ricky Pearsall and everything, it just adds to the mysticism or whatever you want to call that's going around with. You know what I mean? I know we're all just Ricky Pearsall fans because of everything, but it just gets better and better, man. Every week he's playing better. He's getting more catches. He was even open on a couple of those other ones for huge gains that Brock just didn't see him.
Yeah,
there was a couple. He should have had 6 or 7 catches, honestly.
I was shocked it happened, but now I'm not going to complain. Well deserving. Would I probably pay him more in the offseason?
Everything we've already said.
Pretty much what we said, bro. Pretty much what we said. Yeah, I mean, what gets me the most excited about this, and I don't want to, overhype him, and I don't want to get too excited and everything like that. But when you talk about Juwan, who clearly is
Flourishing.
he's a better receiver than our yeah, sure, he's our third receiver, but there are teams out there that if he's not 1A, he's 1B of their receivers.
Yeah, he's number one receiver on probably 20 teams in NFL.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely
in that area.
And so if Ricky could just each week get a little better, get a little healthy, because I'm sorry, bro, you don't get shot in the chest and recover this, this fast. This is clearly, it was how healthy is he mentally and physically? Is he healthy enough to play football? This ain't, I'm 100%, I'm 1,000%, nothing's wrong and everything like that. Shit, it'll probably take years if he ever fully recovers from getting shot in the chest. So if he each week he gets a little healthier, gets a little bit more timing down with Brock, gets more familiar with the offense and everything. I hate to say this, Jason, and y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but BA who?
Almost, man.
Honestly, like by the end of the year, not saying that we're getting rid of BA or anything like that, especially since ain't no 1,000% guaranteed that BA is just gonna walk on the football field next year and everything's gonna be hunky fucking dory, especially when most people say it's the year after you come back from your ACL that actually you fully are recovered.
I don't think people grasp how bad of an injury that was for BA.
MCL and ACL.
Yeah, exactly. It's like I don't think people realize that changes everything about how he cuts, how he moves in and out
that's
of.
what I'm saying.
I mean, it's not one or the other. He did both. So no matter what, how good the surgeries go, how good his rehab is,
that's going to affect
never
you,
move. He's never going to move the same with that type of an injury. It's not as gruesome, but think Alex Smith with his knee. And then he got the infection on top of it and everything else like that. It changed to, this is going to change how he plays football. And we don't know if he's going to be the same.
Especially when you consider what was BA's number one attribute, his route running and ability to separate.
Yep.
That was his number one attribute, was his route running and his ability to separate and his freakishly long arms. His freakishly long arms. So he'll still have those freakishly long arms, but yeah. I would not surprise me by the end of the year. And I don't want people to take this the wrong way. I'm a BA fan. I love BA. Y'all know, for those who listen to the show, every show in the offseason, I was #PayBA.
We both were. We were beating that drum about as loud as anybody else was.
Well, you and I both said if you had to choose between Debo and BA, as much as we love Debo, you choose BA.
Go BA. Yep.
So with all this being said, love BA. But I would not be surprised if Ricky Pearsall by the end of the year, if you combine Juwan Jennings and Ricky Pearsall, if that cannot replace BA by the end of the year. Not like he's not going to be on the team, but his production and just the threat that BA, and what a lot of people don't talk about and everything is it's not just BA as one receiver, it's BA and Debo.
Yeah.
And so almost like addition by subtraction, and it's going to force Ricky Pearsall and Jacob Cowing, paging Kyle, play some Jacob Cowing.
Hashtag before Anshel has an aneurysm.
Yeah, for real. Before Anshel has an aneurysm.
Look, if BA comes back just, healthy and good to go, do we just go to like an air raid offense to fuck it?
Fuck it.
Debo,
arms away, baby.
Ricky Pearsall, Juwan Jennings, Jacob Cowing. I mean, fuck it. Just
you
fucking
forgot
go to an air raid offense.
The man who is not human. One, Mr. George fucking Kittle, who
that was just our receivers. You know what I mean? It's like fuck, man.
Let's be real. I was looking for a reason not to make Kittle Corn MVP of the week again, just because I believe he had it the last 2 weeks. And it's like, All right, bro, we get it. George Kittle's the best player on offense.
Yeah.
TJ loves him. He's the Kittle Corn MVP. Hence the reason it's called the Kittle Corn MVP. But
What's up, Sentinel? How's it, my brother?
I was what's up, brother? Good to see you, baby. Salute. I was just looking for a reason to not make it Kittle Corn. But yeah, Jason, to answer your question from a few weeks ago, yes. Yes, by basically having George Kittle have to be a sixth tackle for a lot of the prime of his career, you are missing out on probably the best receiving tight end in Niner history.
No, I'm talking NFL history.
Yeah, maybe even NFL history, bruh. I mean, Shannon Sharp might have a thing to say about that, a thing or two about that.
Shannon Sharp, Rob Gronkowski, Aaron Hernandez.
Why did I forget his name?
Tony Gonzalez.
There you go.
I said Aaron Hernandez.
Tony Gonzalez.
I don't know why I said Aaron Hernandez. Probably because I just watched this show a couple days ago. But I mean, like I said, he's already in that conversation. But if he has this kinds of season the last 3 or 4 years, I don't think there is a conversation.
There's not.
Jeremy Shockey,
crazy story, Jason. Crazy story. Talk about your mismatched pair. You know who? Because Aaron Hernandez went to Florida. Yeah. You know who his roommate was at Florida?
Don't tell me it was Tebow, because that'd be fucking crazy.
Tebow.
Was it Tebow?
It was Tebow.
I knew that team was fucking crazy, dude. If you look at who was on those teams, teams were all those guys that did all this shit. Had the Pouncey brothers on there.
Yeah.
And then you had
the Pouncey brothers. Then you had Brandon Spikes.
Spikes was on there. Then you had Tebow fucking guiding the team through this godly, and he's got fucking gangsters and shit behind him.
Bruh, so there was a documentary on Netflix. It was like, I forget what it's called. It's like the Untold Swamp Story or something like that. But it was basically about those. It was teams? Chris Leak, who was the quarterback before Tebow. It was Chris Leak's last year / Tebow's, the Tebow Gators and everything like that, and touchdown Timmy. But yeah, like my dad just told me about the shit that they used to have crazy parties, fucking walking in, seeing mounds of coke on the table. I mean, and this was in the 80s, bruh. The late 70s, early 80s, when my dad was going there. I can only imagine what it's like now. Because when my dad went to Florida, Florida wasn't the powerhouse now. Florida hadn't won a national. Florida hadn't done shit. You feel me? And so Florida really didn't get cracking until Steve Spurrier came on board and everything like that, and we won our first national championship. So I can only imagine how crazy that team was, bruh.
Don't forget, Cam Newton was there too for a minute.
Yeah, Cam Newton. Cam Newton. I believe he's on. I don't believe he's not in the documentary, but I think he was on the last team, the second to last team that they cover. Because the last team that they cover is the one that lost the SEC championship. I don't believe Cam Newton was on that team. I believe Cam Newton was on the Tebow's first year, I believe. I could be wrong, but anyway, I always tell people that crazy story. Like, Aaron Hernandez and Tim Tebow were roommates at Florida. Could you imagine the contrast and the arguments that?
And then you see how they go off. It's like, gee, good Lord, man.
Man. But yeah. Anyway, my feeling from this defensively, best performance.
Yeah, easy. By far, best performance this year. Yeah, easily.
This is kind of what we've been waiting for. And I mean, I don't know. I haven't rewatched the game yet, so I don't know if it was Baker just that bad. I honestly didn't think Baker made plays. He didn't have a good game.
They dropped quite a few balls for Baker.
They did. He missed some. They dropped a couple balls away, but defensively, I would say maybe B- because the sudden possession, like the muff punt and everything like that, you got to hold them to a field goal there, Jason. You can't let them score. Yeah. You got to hold them to a field goal. But honestly, I'm gonna read you. I'm gonna read you Tampa's drives. 6 plays, 27 yards. 4 plays, 16 yards. 13 plays, 58 yards, which is how they got their field goal. 3 plays, 5 yards and a half. 3 plays, 6 yards. Then the muff punt. 4 plays, touchdowns. 10 plays, 70 yards, touchdown, punt, and then the field goal at the end of the game. So they only drove down the field, basically
What?
their scoring drives.
And when you think about it, that's that last one they got. How helped out was it by about 19 penalties in a row?
Fucking A, bro. I was like, literally, I remember sitting there thinking and what you got to understand is you got to understand the preference or the circumstances. You just saw Debo basically like, let's be real. If this was a real boxing match, Debo would have broke Taylor Pepper's jaw,
Oh, yeah.
right? Like, let's be real. Okay, so you just saw that. Literally, they're marching down the field to win the fucking game, right? And the defense can't get it out of its own. I was like, is this team? Is this the? Do you remember in 2014, Niners are 7-4. We have the Thanksgiving game at Levi's to Seattle. We get blown out, and I want to say I don't believe we only won one other game after that, right? And that's when you history. I haven't heard this from Jed's mouth and everything, but every person that I talk to, every media person or whatever, says after that Thanksgiving game that Jed decided to fire Harbaugh. Was after that Thanksgiving game. That
Probably the
essentially Harbaugh
embarrassment.
was the lame duck coach after that Thanksgiving game.
I could see that.
And
The
you saw the
embarrassment of that.
collapse, right? Because it wasn't
Yeah.
just we lost to the Seahawks. It was, I believe, we went like 1-4 to finish the season or something like that.
It was a collapse. Yeah.
It was a collapse. I literally got the same type of vibes that the going from Debo, the altercation with Taylor Pepper on the sideline, to the defense basically melting. I was like, is this team falling apart? Like, is this going to be the moment where we look back and we say this was the end of the Kyle Shanahan era? Like, that's kind of what it felt like. But what makes me even more excited is the response. You clearly saw that the defense said, "Not today, Satan." The defense said, "Ain't fucking happening, bruh." And we buckled it up and got out there with the dub. Jason, thoughts on defensive performance?
Best one of the year. Legend has it that Nick Bosa is still softly caressing Baker Mayfield's arm as he slowly guides him to the sideline. That was bullshit. The funniest thing I saw about that was that if that was a black quarterback, would he have just ripped his arm? It's fucked up, but that was the funniest. I was like, you never know with Bosa.
Honestly, he said he was afraid of getting a horse collar.
I know.
Jason,
I'm sorry, but I would have held down that arm and just fell.
Jason, the way that game was going, especially that drive with 3 straight penalties, you mean to tell me you couldn't have saw if Bosa would have ripped him down? Because that's when I initially saw it, I said, "What the fuck are you doing? Rip his fucking arm off."
Yeah.
Especially for a man who we've hyped up how much you hate Baker Mayfield and Baker, and all that shit. You feel me? And I think it's clear that hip pointer was bothering Bosa because I really when they lined up Justin School against him, I said Nick Bosa is about to have fucking 6 sacks.
I did that one meme.
Yeah, exactly.
I said, I was like, "Oh yeah, we're about to eat good now, boys. We about to eat good."
Oh yeah, I was like, they brought out Justin School. I was like, if Nick Bosa doesn't fucking rag toss this nigga right now, and
with that hip, I did see his hand, like after a lot, especially the plays where he was doing a lot of chasing. his hand would go to his hip. So yes, I do believe it was bothering him to an extent.
So this is the type of, what also makes me proud of this game is what people don't realize as much of our dominance as we've had since Brock's been our quarterback. Last year, we were only 1-3 in one-score games. And we have been 0-3 so far this year in one-score games. So to see us win a game that we didn't blow the team out in some way, I'm kind of proud of us. I'm kind of proud of us. Like, yes, this is not the performance you want coming off the bye week, especially when it was clear Tampa Bay did, at least offensively, they didn't have the horses to keep up with us offensively.
No.
If Jake Moody even makes 2 of this field goals, Niners kind of blow him out, bro.
Where was this 16-point swing?
16 points off from special teams. They gave him a touchdown and they missed 3 field goals. So you're talking about a 3-point game. All of a sudden, even if you give them that touchdown, a 3-point game turns into a 12-point win.
I only hit on 2 of the 4 bets, by the way.
Oh, you did? Brock's rushing, and what was the other one? Because Niners didn't cover.
They didn't cover. Baker didn't throw a pick.
Oh, okay.
Kittle anytime.
Kittle anytime. So those are, and you know what? Honestly, Jason, those were the 2 that if you told me you would only hit on 2, those were the 2 I would have assumed. Either the Kittle touchdown or the Baker pick. Kittle touchdown, Baker pick would have been the 1 or 2. But like I told my girl, I said I almost Venmo'd fucking Jason $100, babe, just to be like, hey, bro, put this down for me, cuz fucking Brock, he got that the second, wasn't it like the 4th play or something like that?
Something like that, yeah. Well, no, he got 12 on one play. He got 12 out in like the 3rd or 4th play.
Yeah, hold on, I'll look it up right now because I remember us texting about it.
Shit.
Yeah, he got 10 the second play.
Okay, so yeah, like I said, it was pretty much a done deal after, like you said, like the 3rd that play. Well, that scores.
I was like, Jason just made himself some money real quick. Got himself a fucking a 12-pack. But yeah, real quick before we get out, I know we did this one. I forgot to do this one. Renato Green, you and I talked a little bit when we were talking before. 5 tackles, 4 solo, and 2 pass defense. This play right here, I want to say it was like the second quarter or whatever. But looking back, this might have been the play of the game, Jason.
Yeah, because
that was touchdown.
That was a touchdown.
It was a touchdown. So you're talking about
better and better every fucking game, man.
So walking away from this game, look, are there mistakes to clean up? Yes. Was this the type of performance that you were expecting out of the bye week? No, honestly, I thought it was going to be like the Jags game last year, bro. I really did. I thought we were going to fucking boat race them. I thought we were going to fucking boat race them. And
I'll say this. People need to give this is the reason why. People need to give Baker's flowers. Baker's a lot better than people give him credit for.
You know what I was going to say? Look, there were a couple times that they were trying to make us blow them out, bro. Like, there were a couple of those drives that they look bad. You could see why this is their 4th loss in a row, Well, but I'll give Baker's credit. Look, do I think that they could come into Levi's and beat us, in the playoffs? No.
Full strength or right now?
Well, they're not getting Mike Evans back, are they?
Well, yeah. Well, no, Evans is coming back. Godwin isn't.
Okay, my bad. I had it reversed. Oh, look. Home game, the faithful rocking and rolling and everything like that.
It'd be hard.
I'm not going to say it would be a blowout or anything like that, but come on, Jason. You expect the Niners to win that game.
You would expect
now
them to.
In Tampa?
Different story, yeah. Well, I don't know. That crowd was damn near fucking 70% fucking Niners in that field.
We saw in the end, like Cool, awesome, but okay, fine. I'll say it like this. They're down by 6 or down by 4. Minute 30 left in the game. NFC Championship game, divisional round. Baker gets the ball at the 25 or the 30, on a touchback or whatever like that. My butthole's a little tight, bro.
Oh yeah, because Baker's done that shit throughout his career. Say what
Yeah.
you want about Baker. Cleveland is paying the fucking price for getting rid of Baker right now.
I do believe so.
They
And you
fucking
know
got rid
what?
of Baker
I will
for
say
fucking
this.
Deshaun Watson.
I will say this. After what transpired and you see what Deshaun Watson became and you see what Baker Mayfield has become. Now I understand Deshaun Watson's a lot of his own doing, but you know what happened to Baker Mayfield? Cleveland. That's what happened to Baker Mayfield. That's what Cleveland does to quarterbacks, bro.
I feel sorry.
That franchise.
I feel sorry for the dog pound, man. Let's put it that way.
I looked at my girl asked me one time. She says, "Babe, how can you have these teams that for years are always bad? Like, even my girl knows about the Lions and the Browns and the teams that are just historically bad." And I said, it's ownership. And I said, one of the most heartbreaking things ever is I remember there was this commercial and it was this Brown season ticket holder and they called it the Cathedral of Misery, their stadium. He said, here we are at the Cathedral of Misery. And he was like, I don't want much because I just want to be competitive. I'm not even saying win, have a winning record. Just be competitive.
I just want to be proud. You know what I mean?
Just and I just looked and look, we've had some dark times as faithful, bruh. I've walked out of Levi Stadium screaming, obscenities. I don't know if I've walked out of there crying yet, though. But I've walked out screaming some obscenities, being embarrassed and everything like that. But you know what? I am grateful of the fact that there's reason to believe that even in the worst times that the Niners eventually will get things right.
It never looked like they were just the ownership was in it just for the simple money. Like you can once you own an NFL team. Yeah, once you get an NFL team, you're going to make money every year. I think the worst thing about the worst or the best example of that ever is the Seattle Mariners. The Japanese ownership for 20 some odd years said, we don't care about winning a World Series. The Mariners make us money every year. That's all they cared about. And thankfully, we don't seem to have an ownership that's their
we just paid our fucking starting quarter $92 million, Jason. Like, they're clearly not in it for the money. So, yeah, I'm not. Are you worried about the running game? I'm not worried. They clearly were not letting CMC get shit. And you were right, Jason. You were right. I think it was only like 4 offensive plays he missed in the first half.
You remember they were talking about some people talked about, that there was a game plan of just slowly working CMC in, maybe other
19 touches.
Fuck that. Nope. We're going straight back to CMC plays every goddamn play. It wasn't until the third drive until Mason got 1 carry, and then CMC was bitching. And then CMC was bitching on his way out. I don't know if you saw that. He was like, "Why the fuck you taking me out?"
Oh man!
Which I got something for that for Friday's show.
We're gonna run this man into the ground, Jason. Like fucking A, bro.
I'm for
they
it.
literally got 1 carry. I'm looking at the box score right now. They literally got 1 carry each. Isaac Garendo got 1 carry for 0 yards, and JP Mason got 1 carry for 5.
And Isaac Garendo missed a huge block.
Yes. His pass protection is an issue.
No, yeah.
Like,
he's a rookie. I'll give him that. So
it might get Brock killed. Like shit, I would keep CMC in just simply for the pass protection, bro. Like, you know what Isaac Garendo should do? he should go hire Tom Rathman as his just off-season running back coach this year, and just work on pass pro with Tom Rathman all off-season. I'm being dead serious, bro.
Or
I'm
just
being
fucking
dead
hang out with CMC and see how he does it.
I'm fucking A, bro. Oh man. So okay, I was about to say. Final thoughts, Jason?
I know a win is a win. I'm not going to say I'm not happy that we won, but that game should have been a blowout. We've had way too many games to where it's like, yeah, we won. We dominated in literally every statistical category, and yet we're barely pulling shit out. And I'm not liking that.
Yeah. This is a game, like, if we play this game in Green Bay, we lose. Right?
Maybe not Green Bay. Say Buffalo, yes.
Okay. But I mean, look, we play this type of game in Buffalo, we might fuck around and get blown out.
Yeah.
Like, seriously, we might, like, Josh Allen ain't gonna miss open receivers like Baker was. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
like, this might be a serious issue when we go face, Josh Allen in Buffalo in December at Sunday at nighttime. That's gonna be a rough game, bro.
Or it might be 2 degrees.
Might, like, lucky if it's fucking 2 degrees, bro. Like
that's a warm day in Buffalo.
That's a fucking man. I'm walking out in a tank top, nigga. If it's Buffalo in fucking December, it's 2 degrees. No, I will say that I'll wrap it up by saying this. I said I want to see this team play championship caliber football. That ain't championship caliber football, bro. That was not championship caliber football. No. And we better pray to whoever you pray, Allah, Muhammad, Jesus Christ, whoever you pray to, get on your knees and pray tonight that we can start kicking the ball out of the end zone and we ain't got to punt the rest of the season, because this special team's going to fuck around and cost us a game this year.
I don't know if you saw that Wisnowski's back was hurt, or at least
of course it was.
Not as hurt, but you could tell he tweaked it. So I'm wondering if that had anything to do with it. And it's like, well, we know how backs are.
Yeah, don't get better, Jason. They get worse.
I mean, so do we start looking for a different punter just with how his back is? Thank you, babe.
Yeah, I think it might be. My question is, and tell me I'm crazy, and then I'll let you rock and roll after this, bro. Am I crazy, or do you keep a punter and a kicker on the practice squad?
No, I don't think you do. I think if you want to talk about the whole Moody thing, we can talk about that Friday, or punters. I hate to say it, but those guys are such a dime a dozen type thing. It's not worth keeping someone like that. That's my own personal opinion. Feel free to argue with it. I know some people will argue with that, and that's fine. But I think those are 2 spots on teams that are replaceable. They're easily replaceable.
So, yeah, because
call Anders Carlson.
Yeah.
Why is it I was less nervous about the special about our second and third kicker than I was our first.
Our third kicker of the year did miss one fucking field goal, bro.
He's like Robbie. He can't kick shit for 440, but at least he can't kick it to the end zone on kickoffs, but at least he makes those.
Fucking A, bro. Yeah. So get this one, because this is a big boy game. This is a big boy game. Can't wait. All right, brother. We'll see you Friday.
Five for Ty, till lover. One love, chat.
Yay. All right, y'all. Thanks, Jason, for hopping on and everything like that. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna play one last commercial, and then we'll get up out of here. This segment is brought to you by SeatGiant.com. Use the promo code NinerFaithfulRadio at SeatGiant.com to save on all your theater, concert, and sporting event tickets, as well as help out this show. Y'all, let me see. Never, ever, ever apologize for a loss or a win.
If you see this face, that means it's Dunk City!
Yay! So never, ever, 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 ever gonna apologize for a dub. But yeah, there's definitely some things we gotta clean up. Better late than never, Mr. McNiner. Hold on.
Same old sorry ass man. So long!
All right, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and get up out of here. Thanks everybody for tuning in today. We shall see you. Jason, like the ad said, is gonna do our Madden stream tomorrow. We will not have a Thursday show. And then, so Jason and I will be back Friday, 6 p.m. here on the West Coast. Till then, faith, love, and happiness.